Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I have been posting a ton of videos and shorts about these wireless PS2 controllers that I got off of Amazon, and I have finally come around to creating a full review to help you decide whether or not you should purchase them for yourself. I do have a link in my description if you choose to do so, but without further ado, let's get started with the review. I will break down the review into three categories. Number one, performance and wireless connectivity. Number two, build quality. And number three, overall value. Starting off with number one, performance. Generally, the controllers perform fairly well with respect to wireless connectivity. I have been using these controllers for about a month now, and I have yet to experience any issues in terms of the controllers disconnecting during gameplay. That said, if you do leave your controller on for an extended period of time without using it, say about 4 or 5 minutes, it will disconnect. But all you'll have to do is press the mode button to reconnect, and it will connect fairly instantly. The second part to this is input lag. With cheaper wireless third-party controllers, generally there is some sort of input lag, especially with accessories for retro gaming systems like the PS2. I do have to say, there is a slight lag for these controllers, but for the most part, it is not very noticeable. I have been testing out this controller with Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and it really doesn't affect my gameplay experience in any way, whether I use the wireless controller or the original DualShock 2 controller. One thing I would like to note is there are times where the PS2 won't register an input I make with the controller, but it is very rare, and I would say it only happens maybe 1 to 2% of the time. Also, the vibrating motors doesn't seem to work on these controllers. It's not the biggest deal in my opinion. Even with the original DualShock 2s, the motors were not so great to begin with, so I can live without them in exchange for wireless capabilities. Overall, I would give the performance of these controllers a 7.5 out of 10. Now, with respect to build quality, I was fairly surprised. My expectations here were very low, but to my surprise, they are not as bad as I thought. Obviously, they don't match the same high quality plastics used in the original DualShock 2, but it isn't so bad either. All the buttons, D-pad, analog sticks, and even the triggers have a solid build that are very responsive and tactile. They do have more travel time than the original DualShock 2 controllers, but I kind of like that. Even the original controller was a bit mushy. Not sure if that was the case 20 years ago or if it's because I used the controllers so many times over the years, but I do like the tactile feeling of these wireless controllers. That said, I would give them a rating of 8.5 out of 10 for build quality. Finally, let's talk about overall value. You can get a pack of 2 wireless controllers for about $20 US. That's only $10 each for a controller that has decent performance and relatively good build quality. In comparison, higher quality wireless controllers do exist that will likely not have these issues, but it will cost you double, triple, or even quadruple the amount of money. Another option you have is to purchase used wired DualShock 2 controllers, but cheaper ones are generally not in good physical or working condition, and the ones that are can be expensive. In this regard, you can't really go wrong with these wireless controllers for the price, and I would give these controllers a 9 out of 10 for overall value. So that ends my review of the wireless PS2 controllers from Amazon. Again, I do have a link to these controllers in my description if you are interested. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment and I will try my best to answer you. If you could also leave a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next video.